One. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. We are now live for Facts and Snacks. Super excited to be here with you guys. There's a lot that's happened in the last week, but I do want to share something. It's the beginning of the year. You know, last year we were talking about making sure that you were setting yourself up for 2019 and all this stuff. And we had a lot of great speakers to kind of help give you ideas and tips and tricks to implementing your business in 2019. But I do want to mention, if you haven't created a vision board yet, you definitely need to do that. The thing with vision boards are all it is you are taking pictures of what you feel your goals. So if you have a goal to travel this year, you'll find a nice little picture to put on your board for that, and etc. And you have that, and then it just helps you focus. It helps you maintain your focus, and it's something for you to go back to while you are trying to achieve your goals for this year. So tomorrow, I am actually co-hosting a online vision board webinar. It is at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you go in the event section on the page, you'll see it, and you can go register. I would love for you guys to come. It's going to be amazing. I will be co-hosting that with Phyllis Johnson, and we have worked really, really hard on doing that. So if you have any questions, just stick it in the comments, or head over to the page, to the event section, and it's on there. It's like orange, and it'll say Online Vision Board Workshop. So besides that, that's the only announcement I have for today. We have our guest speaker, Danielle Ralston, here with us today. Super excited, so excited for her to be here. She comes with a lot of experience. And today we're going to focus on time management and mindset. And as you all know, being a business owners, these are two really huge things that can greatly impact your business in a lot of ways if you don't have it, I would say, together. So Danielle, thank you so much for being with us. Tell us more about you and tell us more about your business.
So I am Danielle Ralston. I am crazy. Just so you know, I'm all ADHD. So everybody hold your horses because I talk really fast. Sorry. I am the CEO of Be Boss Girl. Be Boss Girl is only about 8 months old, but I have 20 plus years experience in the business world. I have run other people's businesses. I've been CEO, managing director, business development manager many times over, but I was stuck in the IT world for the last 20 years. And in April, not totally by choice. My choice was going to be beginning of 2019. I was going to exit the IT world. I had started a side hustle to work outside of IT world, and it kind of backfired on me in April. And I all of a sudden had to be doing this a lot faster than I planned on. But we are 8 months old. We are now a team of, I think we're at 6, and we are growing very fast. I actually have to hire over the next 90 days. I need to hire at least 4 more people. So we are growing. We're growing fast, and we love everything we do. We are a one-stop shop for every business owner. We have graphic designers and web designers and VAs of every shape, size, and experience level. I am a business and marketing strategist, so I do business and marketing strategy coaching as well as time management and planning. I have a certified OBM and a junior OBM. We have 3 project managers. When I say we have everything and anything you could possibly need for a small business, we do really. We are a one-stop shop. Come in, talk to us, and we got somebody who will do exactly what you need in the way you need it done.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. My goodness, guys, that's a lot of good stuff. If you need any of those services, I'm sure Danielle would love to connect with you guys after the call, after the video, rather. She'll go and leave her information in the comments so that you can reach out to her. So with all of that you're saying, and that's really cool that you grew that fast, because when I first started in 2017, that happened to me, and it was within this short 6-month period. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need a team, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about time management, and maybe give us 5 tips on kind of what that looks like especially in regards to what you just said, because there's a lot of business owners that are going through the same thing.
So there are a couple big things as a business owner to really keep track of. One, don't try to remember anything. Oh my gosh, that is like one of the biggest mistakes anybody ever does. Write it down. Your brain is not for remembering stuff. Your brain is for doing stuff and really thinking and processing and getting the things done you need to do. The next time management tip, believe it or not, and yes, this sounds somewhat self-serving, but this is from 20 plus years of experience. Make sure that you are really thinking about how you're managing your time. And instead of spending 40 million hours trying to figure out how to do one thing, generally hiring somebody like me or my business partner, or there's 900 others of us out there, for 1 hour of strategy could move your business 12 steps ahead just in 1 hour of talking to somebody like me. You don't have to invest in a business coach and have this massive package. Just 1 hour with somebody like me would explain to you how to do so many different things without you spending and getting stuck in Pinterest world, downloading every free thing that only gives you like a quarter of a tip and not even a full tip. And it takes you 50 different courses, free courses that you take to learn a whole tip. Talk to somebody like me for an hour. I have a perfect example. I had a client that I met with yesterday, and she just hires me once a quarter. We talk for 1 hour, once a quarter. And she went from 0 clients to fully booked in a quarter just by that 1 hour conversation. And that was huge for her because she had been fighting for a year and a half to get any clients at all and hadn't. In 1 hour with me in a quarter, she is fully booked. But that was just a quick, and she's like, I spent so many hours trying to figure out how to do this on Facebook, and you told me in 10 minutes. It's really important to utilize your time and manage your time really, really well. And part of that is investing in yourself and investing in something as simple as a 1 hour call. It doesn't have to be much. And pick only. We all troll somebody online. I have my people that I troll online too, and I really want to read their stuff. But one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of new business owners do is following all of them. All of the people's doing all of the things and every free call and every free webinar and every free this. Pick 3 or 4 people. Really slim it down that you have learned to trust and that really know what they're talking about, or at least you think they know what they're talking about, and follow them. Don't try to follow all of the things and do all the things because you will end up burnt out and overwhelmed.
Absolutely. That's some good stuff.
And let's see. So those are 3 tips. The next thing is plan your plan to better utilize your plan, to better prioritize your plan so your plan is well planned.
Wow. Say that one more time.
Plan your plan to better evaluate your plan, to better prioritize your plan so your plan is well planned. Planning, and when you're planning for your business, your personal life, your meals, whatever it is you're going to plan. Planning takes more than 1 step. Planning takes a minimum of 6 steps. So when you plan, you write everything down, get it out of your head. Then you go through that list and go, oh, no, I've got about 20 more things I need to add. Then you look at that list and reflect on it and go, oh, wow, I guess I really need to, well, how did I do this last time? And spend all of that time thinking in your planning time. Then you prioritize your plan. And prioritizing your plan, there are 2 steps to prioritizing your plan. 1, if you write down a plan for a whole entire month, it shouldn't be done on January 1st. Don't try to put it all on January 1st and get it all done because you won't get it done. It's not possible. And you will overwhelm yourself. 2, you will feel discouraged. And 3, you will give up. Don't try to do it in the first 10 days of January. You have a whole 30, 31 days, depending on your month, to do them all. Prioritize it out. Plan it out. Spread it out. When you spread things out and do things in small chunks, you're much more likely to succeed and not to give up.
Absolutely.
And then the last part of your planning is project planning. If anything that you have to do takes more than a half a step or even a 1 full step, I'll give you 1 full step. You need a project planner and a project planning sheet to do that. Write it down. Every step, every resource that you need. I'm going to need my cell phone and I need to call this number. I need to get on Facebook and I need to go to this group. I need to use this software, or, I have to find the software first. I got to decide what software I'm going to write every step down. Everything you're going to need to do that work. And then when it's time to do the work, especially for those that are doing little bits here and there and are just doing it as a side hustle and are just starting to build their business and doing other things to earn their money to begin with. If you prioritize it all out and plan every step, then you can easily do this little step today and this little step tomorrow. And that way you're taking one step forward in your business every single day. And you don't have to look at a project as this whole thing. Oh, it's going to take me 50 hours to do this. Do I have a day that I have 50 hours in to get it done? Nobody has a day that they have 50 hours in to get one project done. And like me, I'm ADHD, so it takes me probably 2 weeks to do a whole project because I'm doing a little this one, a little that one, a little that one, a little. I'm all over the place. I can't do just one thing at a time, which I drive my team nuts. Nakia is part of my team, and Sandra that's here is part of my team, and they know me. They know me well. Make sure that you're breaking those down. And Sandra is asking how you prioritize. Is it based on goals? I prioritize things based on, I have a goals in mind. And I also prioritize based just on time limits. So I know that Tuesdays are a big day for business calls for me and prospective client calls. I know that I can't do anything that's going to take more than 10 minutes on a Tuesday. So I kind of look at my whole schedule and block it out based on what time I have available. And well, I know I have a webinar next week, so I need to do these 10 steps because this has to be done before that webinar happens. So kind of taking a look at multiple different angles before you really sit down and prioritize everything out.
Love it. Are you guys getting this information? This is great stuff. Keep going. Keep feeding us the information.
So once you have all of it done in those project steps, you can take it in little tiny steps, especially if you're in a side hustle or you have children and you can only do things at 10 o'clock at night once they're in bed, or your little fur ball was sick today and you need to take care of him, go to the vet, whatever it is, whatever is interrupting your life, you could still move ahead in your business. And always pick one thing a day to accomplish. And I don't care if it's step 12 of a 50-step process for a project, you still got one step done. And for everything that your little mind can look at the checklist and see it's checked off, you feel accomplished and you're able to move ahead and you don't feel discouraged. And always at the end of your week, celebrate every one of those little checks. Really celebrate your checks. Even, I don't care if it's a cup of coffee. I don't care if it's 5 minutes of complete silence in the hiding in the closet from your children, whatever it is, celebrate your successes. Now, I have a client who gives herself a star chart. So for everything that she gets done, those stars are worth, I think right now they're worth $5 or something like that. And she is saving for a Coach purse. Celebrate your week and reflect back too at the end of the week. Reflect back on what didn't go well. We all have failures in our week. They might be little mini ones. They might be huge disaster ones. But reflect back on why that happened. Why weren't you able to accomplish the things that you had set out for the week? So that when you're planning for the next week, that you're really taking into account of, oh, I can't do that many tasks in a week. It's just not going to happen. Let's set myself up for success for that next week. And that's where all the mindset stuff comes in. When you plan for success, your mindset is right where you need it to be for that success to come through.
I love that. I love all of that. You gave some good tips in that on some of those. I'm taking notes too. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Oh my goodness, guys, I really hope that you're grasping this info. Like Danielle is really spitting some jewels here. If you have any questions or comments, we have a few people, Sandra and Nakia, that have commented, but please stick them in here while Danielle is on live so that she can answer them. So along with those tips on time management, Danielle, what about mindset? So you mentioned that ties in with mindset. So can you explain to us a little bit more about that?
So mindset is huge. And I'm actually in the process of going through a 21-day mindset course on a Facebook group right now. And mindset, if your mindset isn't on point and isn't solid, you're going to always feel frustrated. You're always going to feel like a failure and feel like you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. You need to make sure that you really pay attention and are really, really solid on where your successes and your goals are. If you don't know for sure where you should be or where you're going, you're not going to succeed. So you have to be really careful about that. And knowing where you feel successful, what makes you feel successful, what makes you feel like a failure. A lot of times people forget mindset is not some woohoo thing. Mindset is not some weird thing out in the universe. Mindset is a habit. A habit can be established in 30 days. And you can change your life by establishing positive habits. I don't care whether it's exercising or whatever. Mindset is such a part of all of those things. You have to get in that habit. And again, reflecting back on your failures. Nobody likes to look at how they failed. Nobody ever wants to do that. But it's huge in putting yourself in a positive mindset when you do reflect on those failures. Because looking at those failures, why they happened? Why am I stuck there? Why am I always so worried about the next $5 coming in? Is it because I'm worried about the money, or am I worried that I'm going to fail, or am I hearing my grandmother's voice in the back of my head saying, you have to make this much money or you're a failure, or knowing that you have to own a certain piece of clothing or you feel like a failure, or a certain purse or a certain car. Figure out where those blocks are first, because you can't change a habit and you can't change a mindset until you know the why behind anything.
Absolutely. Love, love, love that. Guys, are you taking notes? Because this is great. This is some good information. Okay, cool. So along with that, I'm just really...
Nakia says, okay, I thought it was voodoo. And I said, no, mindset is totally not voodoo. Mindset really is a habit that you can change and you can establish. I don't care what you're struggling with. I don't care if you're bipolar, ADHD, whatever. I have seen some women with some really massive, massive, massive struggles. And here's me being real. I was raped at a young age. I was sexually abused and physically abused at a young age. And it took me years to be comfortable in my own skin, to trust other people. But mindset is a huge part of that. And now, nothing can touch me. And I know that. And I'm confident in that. And anybody that works with me knows that it takes a whole lot to knock me down.
I love that so much. I mean, thank you so much for sharing your personal story. I'm really curious. What inspires you to keep going in your business? Like I know you mentioned, like we were talking a little bit before we went live about how you had worked in IT for 20 years. So what prompted you to start your business, and what inspiration keeps you going and motivated to continue your business?
Okay, so the original reason why I started my business is a side hustle. You are all going to laugh hysterically. And I don't even know if my team knows some of this. I had a conference call with a group of 20, no, I'm not kidding, 20 IT guys. And the whole entire conference call was done in Star Wars movie lines.
Oh my gosh.
And this was a serious business call, people. I got off that call and went, oh my gosh, I have got to get out of this. I cannot keep doing this. And part of my problem was I did the meeting without skipping a beat. So just full disclosure, I am a Star Wars geek. But the fact that I had to do a whole serious conference call with a client and IT people, and we all did it in IT, in Star Wars movie quotes, was my breaking point. So I started my business. And I'm like, I've got to be able to do this for other people. I've helped other IT people open their own businesses, do the business development, do the back end setup and all of that. So I've been doing that for a long time, 10 plus years. So I knew that I could do it. But I had to get out. And then in April, I lost my job. And I was like, okay. And my business BFF said, well, we could do this. I'm like, okay. So Be Boss Girl literally started in 24 hours. That's 8 months ago now. And we are we are where we are now. And it's huge and growing. My team has had to hold their horses and hang on tight because it's been pretty chaotic for the last few months. So but just doing that was huge. But knowing that I could do that, again, it comes back to my mindset. And when that night when I talked to my BFF and I'm like, I don't know what I was in the panic mode first. I don't know what I'm going to do. She's like, well, you could do this. And I have a planning system that I have taught people and I have sold. I did not sell it this year because I've got to rebrand it. But she's like, well, let's use your project planner. Let's start. I mean, she got me on my own. She threw my system back in my face, basically. And by 9:00 that night, we had planned out what we needed to do and how to do it. And the next morning, I had our first client. In June, she had to quit her full-time job so she could join me. And we've just gone from there.
That is awesome. Wow, that is amazing. I'm really glad you shared that because there are a lot of people that are wanting to get started or just got started and they're very flustered, and they definitely needed to hear that. So I appreciate that so much. It's not easy. It is a sacrifice, and it goes right back to mindset. It does. You said a lot of key things, and I think the same way. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh, good stuff. Let's see, Sandra, she said Danielle's very strong. And then I didn't hit my major weight loss goals until I shifted my mindset. Yes. Yep, that's very important. Oh my gosh, yes. So let's see. We have a little bit of time left. What is one interesting fact about you, Danielle?
So I am known as a couple of different names online. I am known as the Minion Queen, and that started as a joke in the IT world, and this kind of followed me through. And then the Rockstar Fairy Queen, which any of you that saw the invite for this saw me. I did that Fairy Queen photo shoot in a major park during a major event a couple of years ago, and that was one of the most fun I have ever had. I actually had a bunch of little plastic crowns and little girls coming up to me and doing pictures with me. All that, it was so fun. So fun. Okay. And you will see behind me, I have the guitar on the wall behind me. My husband is in 2 bands, and I actually have a side gig where I manage and do both management and social media for local cover bands. So I am a music chick. You will find me almost every weekend. My team is always picking on me. I'm always in a bar. I'm not a big drinker or partier, but I'm always out in the bars, and I'm always taking pictures and video and all of that.
Oh my gosh, I would have never guessed. And if your team didn't know that, well, now they know. They're learning a bunch of stuff about you today.
And let's see, what's one other, most people don't know this. I spent a year in Africa as a missionary. My husband and I spent a year in Republic of Congo in the jungles working at a mission hospital. So that's, not many people could say they spent a year in Africa doing something like that.
Wow. That's Africa did you go to?
We were in the Republic of Congo. So it's right next to Democratic Republic of Congo and in between Cameroon. So we're right in there in Western Africa.
That's really cool. I studied abroad in Tanzania, but I don't know how far where that is from the Congo.
Tanzania is all the way up at the top of Africa, and this was way down.
Gotcha. That's really interesting. Oh my gosh, you have been so great today. Do you have any last tips or tricks on time management or mindset, or really just anything that you can think of to spill some jewels on our audience before we go?
So mindset, again, it's a habit. If you have a mindset you need to change, reflect why. Reflect why that needs to change. Write it down, reflect on every bad parts of how it works on your life and what it affects for you, and then start writing down good goals for changing it. That will affect your business, that will affect your personal life, that will affect your weight, it affects everything in your life. That is a huge thing. Trying to think, and if anybody who attends or watches this in a replay, if you personally message me on not my business page, but me personally, if you message me on Facebook, you will get a free 30-minute strategy call with me. And my Facebook group. You're always welcome to join in there and check us out and ask questions, ask away, because I try to answer the questions personally, but Nakia and Sandra also help me out over there. So let me know how I can help you, because I'm only as good as the value that I give. So let me provide the value that you need, not some cookie cutter, whatever everybody else says, because there is no magic sauce for whatever you do.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true, guys. So like Danielle said, you have to message her on Facebook, but you will get that 30 free consultation call. And if you were listening in earlier, this 30-minute strategy call can really shift your business and take you steps ahead. So make sure that you take advantage of that and book that with her. And if you want to reach out to her directly, she will leave all of her info in the comments. And that's all we have for today. I don't have any closing announcements or anything, but I will see you guys next week. Danielle, thank you so much for coming on with us today. When that came on, we got up to quite a few, about 8 or 10 people that were on at one time. And then for Nakia and Sandra that were engaging with us, thank you so much. So you guys have a great rest of your Friday and the weekend, and make sure to make it productive. We'll talk to you guys later.
Have a great one, everybody.